Shalom, 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 brothers and sisters. Kazak Yah, priest Kazak Yah, back with another video. And I want to open up with this passage I want to read here in the book of Yoshiyahu, chapter 55, verse 7. This is just kind of a precursor for what we're going to talk about in this particular segment. The Most High said in Yoshiyahu, Isaiah 55, verse 7, "Let the wicked forsake his ways, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto Yahweh, and he will have mercy upon him, and to Elohim, for he will abundantly pardon." Okay, so now for the nations to overstand, the wicked, he says, the wicked forsake his ways. We're not just talking about abortion and same-sex marriage. We're talking about violating all the laws of the Most High, because the Most High wants us to obey his laws, but you want to pick and choose what laws we're supposed to keep and obey. And the laws pertaining to the seventh day, you don't want to keep that. You want to throw that out. The laws pertaining to clean and unclean foods, you want to throw that out, right? But you want to highlight certain laws. So the Most High said, let the wicked do what? Forsake his way. Okay. So the same thing that you are judging the other people on the left for, you're doing the same thing on the right. And the Most High said what? He said, if you fall short of one part of the law, you are guilty of the whole law. So you're trying to enforce a law that's pertaining to thou shalt not kill, which is a portion of the abortion law that you're saying that you are here for. And secondly, you're saying what? That mankind shall not lay with mankind as he lays with womankind. So you're enforcing that. But the other parts of the law you're rejecting. So how hypocritical. You are rebuking, or you are rejecting the laws of the Most High, and you are embracing the ones that you want to embrace. For example, you're embracing the tithes. Then you tell me that the Galatians says that Christ has redeemed us from the curse of the law. Then we have passages on there that's cursing people. And if you've been redeemed from the curse of the law, how can you curse somebody? And how can people be cursed if they're redeemed from the curse of the law? So it's hypocritical. All right. So the Most High says, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto Yah, and he will have mercy upon him, and our Elohim, for he will abundantly pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, says Yah. So your thoughts, he says, are not my thoughts, and your ways are not my ways. Verse 9, for as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain comes down and the snow from heaven, and return not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it to bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. Many years ago, the Most High gave me that passage there. I had no knowledge of what it meant, but now I know. So shall my word be that go forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. What word is he talking about? His word shall not return void. Everything that proceeded out of his mouth, that means all of the law is the word of Yah, the word of the Most High. But you say that we're not obligated to keep the law. But you want to say the word of the Most High, which you say the word of the Lord, is what you prophesied. That is not the word of the Most High. That is your words that you prophesied, that you spoke, that you concocted in your own mind. But the word of the Most High is, just like he said in this passage, let the wicked turn from his ways. His ways says what? We don't have to obey the Most High, right? Most High said, let's look at verse 12. For you shall go out with joy and be led forth with peace, and the mountains and the hills shall break forth before you unto singing, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. Instead of the thorns shall come up the fire tree, and instead of the briar shall come up the myrtle tree, and it shall be to Yah for a name, for an everlasting sign that shall not be cut off. Now, who is the promise to? The promise that he's speaking to, the prophet Yoshiyahu, who the world calls Isaiah, is talking to the children of Israel. What did the children of Israel do? They rejected the laws and statutes and commandments of the Most High. What did the Most High say in Deuteronomy 30? He said the following. Okay, let's go to Deuteronomy 30 right quick. All right. Deuteronomy 30, verse 1 through, let's just read a few verses there. Deuteronomy 1 and 30 and 1. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, he says, the blessings and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations where Yah thy Elohim have driven thee, and shall return unto Yah thy Elohim with all thy, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command this day, thou and thy children with all thy heart and with all thy soul, that then Yahweh thy Elohim will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations where Yah hath scattered thee. And if any of thy be driven into the outmost parts of the heavens, he says, from there will Yahweh thy Elohim gather thee, and from there will he fetch thee. And Yah thy Elohim will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. And Yah thy Elohim will circumcise thine heart and the heart of thy seed to love Yah thy Elohim with all thy heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. Watch this now. And Yah thy Elohim will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. And thou shalt return unto Yahweh to obey the voice of Yah, and do all his commandments, which he command thee this day. See that? So that corresponds with Yoshiyahu 54, which we just read, 55, pardon me, which we just read, where the Most High said that his ways, that our ways is not his ways, right? 55, let's go back to it again. He says, so shall my word be that go forth out of thy mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall compass that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. So what did he say? He promised to Israel, the 12 tribes, who you think is somebody else, that he said in the last days that you would return back to the covenant. That's why you see me talking like I'm talking, and many others that look like me talking like I'm talking. And people that don't look like me talking like I'm talking and pointing the direction saying the true children of Israel, such as Brother Dana Stevens. And also is admonishing you Gentiles, sons of Japheth, Europeans that are in control, that are ruling the nations, as the Messiah said, that Jerusalem will be trodden down by the Gentiles, right? Romans chapter 11, he said that Israel is in blindness in part until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. So what's happening? The times of the Gentiles is being fulfilled. As he said in the word, the times of the Gentiles is being fulfilled. We are now in the times, transitioning into the time of the kingdom age, where the kingdom is going to be on earth. Now, there's a big inauguration that's scheduled to take place on the 20th day of 2021. The governments of the world are calling forth, the government of this land, I should say, is calling for every military force that they can get to be there to secure the inauguration. Okay, but you got all these prophets that are saying Trump is going to be inaugurated on the 20th. What is about to happen? Okay. Is that going to be a war of wars? We don't know. Time will tell, right? We will see. But we do know that the Most High said in Zechariah 14 and Joel chapter 3 that he would bring all nations down to the valley of Yahoshaphat. So could this be that what he talked about? Could it be? Could it be? We don't know. It could be, could be not. We'll see. Time will tell. Shalom, shalom, shalom.